Hello, today I'm going to talk about absolute values in inequalities. So the example we're going to look at today is absolute value of 2x minus 1 smaller than or equal to 3. So what does absolute value mean? Well, it means that whatever this content is, whatever 2x minus 1 is, if it's a positive or a negative, it'll be converted into a positive. So let's look at this inequality. Well, we can see that 2x minus 1 has to be smaller than or equal to 3, but it also has to be bigger than or equal to negative 3. Why? Because the bigger into the negative, for example, negative 5, 2x minus 1 will convert that with the absolute value into a bigger positive, which will not be bigger than negative, which will not be smaller than negative 3. So here we can see that we have two inequalities, this one and that one, and we can just separate them and go ahead and solve them individually. So we have this one right here, and we have this one right here. Okay, so let's solve them. 2x negative 2, x negative 1. Now we have to add 1 to both sides for x smaller than or equal to 2. So where is this on our number line? Here's our number line. Here's our 2, and here's our negative 1. So x has to be bigger than or equal to negative 1, and negative 1 is included, so the circle is shaded. Bigger than negative 1. And x has to be smaller than or equal to 2. So anything smaller than 2 will work. So, but what is the solution to this inequality? Well, we see that everything on this number line is shaded. But what is the actual solution? The solution is all the x's that satisfy both x is bigger than or equal to negative 1 and x is smaller than or equal to 2. So from 1 to 2, the x's have to be between 1 and 2. And this is an and inequality. It has to satisfy both this and that. So if this is a little confusing, we can graph this. And we can see that it's a lot easier to visualize with the graph. So here it is. Let's graph the line of 2x minus 1. When x equals 0, y is negative 1. When x is 2, y equals 3. 1, 2, 3. And when x is negative 1, right here, y is negative 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is our line. This is the 2x minus 1 line. Well, what is this line when it has absolute value? Let's try to graph its absolute value. Well, we know that absolute value converts any negative into a positive number, and any positive remains a positive. So all these negative numbers down here, they will be converted into positives. So this negative 1 will convert into 1. This negative 3 will be converted into 3. 3 right here. So we can see that this absolute value graph will look like this. Just like this. So this is the absolute value. This is absolute value of 2x minus 1 graphed. Well, what about if we have the 2x minus 1 smaller than or equal to 3? Well, now we have a restriction. 2x minus 1 has to be smaller than or equal to 3. Well, here's our y equals 3 line. Y equals 3. X has to be smaller than y equals 3. So anything up here is gone. This does not work. Everything down here will work, though, because it has smaller than 3. And also these points, because they are included in the equal sign. So we know that this point is negative 1. This point is 2. And as we can see, we found that x has to be between negative 1 and 2. And I find this to be very, very easy way to visualize this. It's a lot easier than a number line, or just solving it. It's a lot easier and very easy to visualize. So I hope that helped.